When I was 13, I was very interested in supernatural things. Horror films, scary stories. My mother had a girl, Svetlana, who worked with her. For the summer of 2005, she got a job at the pioneer camp where I was going to be sent. But a week later, she was brutally murdered. The killer was caught as soon as he tried to escape. And now, summer has come. My parents sent me to camp. On the very first day, I made friends with the whole group. The girls in my room were very friendly and sweet. There were 10 of us in the room. The boys lived next door. That first night, no one in our room slept. We pushed our beds together and started telling each other scary stories. But when the clock struck 12:30 a.m., our lights out was at 11 a.m. The teacher came to check on us and made everyone go to bed. Tanya, who was the youngest of us, she was 9 years old, got scared and started crying. We tried to calm her down, telling her that all these horror stories were just fiction and that there were no ghosts, witches, or phantoms. She calmed down and everyone fell asleep. That night, I woke up to someone knocking on the wall. I thought the boys were playing around. I took out my phone and looked at the time. 4:27. Well, I'll give it to you now, I thought. I woke my friend, who was sleeping next to me, and told her everything. The knocking repeated, and we got out of bed, put on our slippers, and went to the boys' room. Since the counselors had long since gone to bed, we calmly opened the door. The light was off, but we saw Kirill's phone go off. We went over to him and took his blanket. He pretended to be asleep, but gave himself away when he laughed. He sat on the bed and suggested we go to the abandoned building outside the camp. Did you check the time? I asked. So what? Nighttime is the perfect time for abandoned buildings. No way. Do you want us expelled? And what makes you think the teacher would be recognized? Well, I don't know. Kirill convinced me, and Alina and I went to change. When we opened the closet, Tanya woke up. What are you planning to do? She asked. Alina and I exchanged glances. We're going to the bathroom. We'll be right there. With these words, Alina walked over to Tanya and covered her with a blanket. Sleep. Tanya fell asleep. We quickly pulled on pants and sweaters. When there was a soft knock on the door, I quickly picked up the phone and we went out onto the veranda. Ready? Kirill asked. Vasya, Vitya, Styopa, and Tolya stood ready next to him. Yes. Where is he? Alina asked. Behind the club, Tolya answered. As we passed the club, something ran ahead. I got scared and grabbed Tolya's hand, who was walking next to me. Are you scared? He smiled. It's just a squirrel. Kirill looked back. Vitya and Styopa laughed. We came to a clearing. The moon illuminated it mysteriously from all sides. In the middle lay a pile of firewood and ashes. Someone had lit a fire here. How much further? Alina asked. No, we still have one more clearing to go. I was cold and I wanted to go back to the building. We came to the clearing and a terrifying sight met our eyes. The building was half rotted away. Beds and nightstands were visible in the collapsed section. The windows were broken. Stiopa walked over to one of the nightstands and opened it. Inside was soap and a dirty towel. Someone must have lived here, and something must have happened for this building to be closed, I thought. Guys, does anyone know the history of this building? I asked. I was told that the teachers lived here, and after one of the teachers was killed, the building was closed, Vitya said, opening the closet. There were hangers in the closet. A dress hung on one, a jacket on the other. Get out of here, a voice said behind us. We looked around. A girl, about 27 or 29 years old, stood in the shadows. Who are you? I asked. I'm the one who was killed. What the? I started to back away as I was standing in front of everyone else. Oh, yes. The girl started approaching us. When she stepped into the light, we could see her. Blood was dripping from her lips, and there was a deep cut on her neck. I recognized her. She was the one who worked with my mother. Svetlana? She smiled and carefully circled around us. I whispered to Vitya, let's get out of here. He passed the word to the others. Sveta lunged at us, and I shouted, run! We dashed toward the building. She ran after us. Our building appeared ahead. As soon as we ran into the square where the assembly takes place, Sveta disappeared. I couldn't breathe and fell to the floor. My legs gave out. I couldn't even find the strength to get up and walk to the building. Stiopa and Tolia took my hands and lifted me up. Alina walked with the help of Vasya and Kirill. Vitya limped. When we reached the building, the sky turned faintly red. I'm never going anywhere with you again. They wanted to see the other world, I screamed hysterically. It was quite a trip. Kirill opened the door to their room. Good night. Of course, you'll fall asleep right away, Alina said sarcastically. We went into our room. Where have you been? Valya immediately pounced on us. We were, Alina began. In the bathroom, I finished. Really, it's been 2 hours. We have to get up in half an hour. Where have you been? She repeated. We went to the abandoned building. And what were you doing there? Just looking. Are you really that stupid, or are you just pretending? You're very, very lucky the teacher didn't notice you were gone. Alina and I fell onto the bed. The teacher came in. Why are you dressed? She asked, looking at us. We were in the restroom. Really? Yes. Anna Vasilievna. They got up 15 minutes ago, I asked them. Where are you going? They said, to the restroom. Lera winked at us. I understand. Is everyone up? Off to wash up and do some exercise. After camp, we often met up with the guys, went for walks, even went to an abandoned house. Well, I'll never forget that adventure.